A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, we were introduced to yesterday's tomorrow.
What is today but yesterday's tomorrow?
This was futurism. Futurism was a vision of utopia, heralded by technology. This dream made many promises, many unfulfilled, and many technological advancements have also come with their fair share of problems. Today, futurism seems grossly naive and almost comical, not to mention that despite its noble aims, the futurist movement tended to attract eugenicists and advocates of global fascism. On top of that, our already tech-advanced society is not adapting well to change. Social media has socially stunted people and caused insecurity and alienation. Dating apps have distorted the relationship market, and that has had many knock-on effects, impacting mental well-being. And finally, reliance on tech has distanced us from anything spiritual, which leaves us feeling empty. We long for greater purpose. There is a nostalgic reverence for the simple times, when one could wonder about flying cars and speculate on the endless perfection that was to be the destination of humanity's progress. This has created retrofuturism, a seeming contradiction. On one hand, retrofuturism is progressive, but on the other, it is reactionary. It admires the past, which admired the future. It simultaneously wishes to preserve something well established, while exploring new horizons. Retrofuturism is futurism with self-awareness. While regular futurism peaked in the 1960s, best exemplified by things like the moon landing or the Jetsons, these are the last cultural moments where it seemed there was a zeitgeist that genuinely believed in the progress of mankind, even if it was already waning in favor of the idea of nuclear doomsday. Retrofuturism seems to have truly emerged in the 1970s, where already they were mourning an ideal they upheld only a decade earlier. Star Wars began in 1977 and is iconic with its retrofuturism. I think it's telling that Star Wars opens with a small piece of text saying, "A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away." Star Wars is not predicting the future. It is revealing a past that we have lost. It even portrays the ancient mythos of the hero's journey. This self-awareness gives Star Wars a timeless quality, whereas something like the Jetsons feels inherently dated. Myth is something intrinsically historical. By making the future the past, we mythologize it. This is the essence of retrofuturism. The value of futurism deflates when its predictions fall flat, which they inevitably will. Retrofuturism always has value, because our material world does not need to live up to its expectations. It's elsewhere, elusive.
It's something elsewhere, elusive.
Like the lost city of Atlantis. Futurism creates a dissonant feeling in us, due to the inherent discrepancies between reality and its predictions. Retrofuturism creates a feeling of wonder, because there is nothing that says it will happen or should have happened already. It is something timeless. This also explains the idiosyncrasies present in the most well-known retrofuturist aesthetic, steampunk. Steampunk mashes together the future with the past, Victorian-era cyborgs, Civil War amputees with cybernetic limbs, automated bodices, and top hats full of gears. Steampunk is a true synthesis of opposites. It truly feels otherworldly. It cannot be dated, it cannot be refuted, because it is distinct from our timeline. It is immune from obsolescence, unlike our world. Steampunk really came into prominence around the release of the 2007 video game BioShock, which is a critique of futurism in and of itself. The game deconstructs Ayn Rand's modernist philosophy, which upholds pure reason as the highest ideal. The philosophy of retrofuturism rejects this. The retrofuturist wants to dream. The retrofuturist yearns for a past that upheld something higher than detached rational self-interest in order to create a better future. There is something adjacent to revisionist history present in steampunk, not in a sinister way, more like in a fan fiction sort of sense. Not something to overwrite history, but rather something supplemental. It is a what if, a what could have been. It is a continuation of the Enlightenment, but also a rejection of it. It is difficult to define, but easy to identify. It is another dimension that appears to have better form than our own. Futurism wishes to overwrite history with technology. Retrofuturism views technology as an accessory, but not as the end in and of itself. Overall, these genres fill the void caused by the lack of any positive vision for the future. They give us an escape and allow us to have a mythos in a post-industrial world. I hope you now see the value in these styles of art. Join me in the future where I will tackle another genre. If there are any genres that you'd like to see discussed on a metaphysical level, let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and until the next time, ask yourself, what's in a meme?
And remember, my friend, future events such as these will affect you in the future.